Okay, so what we want to do is add a couple of buttons, a play button and a quit button. And we're going to be doing this for basically all of the projects, but this is also one of the first things that we're going to be doing. So to add a node, which a button is a type of node, so we're going to click the plus button. This plus button over here. Oh, I've already searched for button. Listen, there's a lot of these things. I'm sure you could scroll through here and click these things and find what you want. And in fact, feel free to like go through and just start like searching these things and finding what you want and like adding them and seeing like play with this stuff. It's the whole library. It's right there, not stopping you. However, button. That's what we want. And even inside a button, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types of buttons here. Feel free, again, play with them. But for now, I'm just going to use this boring old button. So I'm going to create that. It's called button. This little red thing up here. Oh, that's cool. I can zoom in and out with the option button. Anyway, let's zoom in on this thing. Ooh, there we go. Let's drag one of these red things over. There we go. That's a button right there. It says button. And because it's selected over here, I actually have information in the inspector. I can give it cool things. I can make it say play. And look, it says play now. Ain't that cute? I also have text behavior, centering it. I can make it left. I can make it right. I can make it center again. I can trim things. I can go into layout. It doesn't have any of those things. I can do a tooltip. So like a tooltip, I think is it mouse over, and see these words. Woohoo! That's not how you spell mouse. M-O-U-S-E. There we go. Now obviously it doesn't mouse over. Like I'm not seeing those words. But if I play this really quick, let's play. I got a play button, and if I mouse over and see these words. I haven't done a darn thing of code, but I'm already active. This is great. So I've got a play button. Actually, you know what? Let's rename this play. That'll be helpful because I'm about to basically copy this, duplicate it, because I don't want play 2. I want this one to actually be quit. Yeah, let's move it over here. I got play and play. Oh, you know what? I got quit. I got play. I have quit. This one says quit. I'm going to make this one say quit. And now I say play and quit. And as I'm selecting these, you can see them change here. You can see them change here. Let's go ahead and change this. Was it tooltip down here? Mouse over to see these words. I don't need that on the quit one. All right, that's fine. Oh, also, let's add some words. See this little like backward circle thing? That just like resets it to default. So I'm happy. So my play still has a tooltip. My quit doesn't have the tooltip. They are kind of cool looking. Let's get them there. That looks fine. Let's go ahead and play this. Just seeing how it looks, Play button, quit button. Nothing happens when I click on these things. When I mouse over play, I see words. When I mouse over quit, I don't see words because I removed that functionality. This is good. You'll note that they are here in the scene, but they do not here exist in the file system. So I haven't like made a new play button file. It's just part of the scene file, which is part of this thing. So that's neat. I'd like to be able to do things with these buttons. Like ideally, if I click on the quit button, it should quit. And if I click on the play button, we should start playing our game. And I'll be honest, the quit button is easier to do, so I'm going to do that one first. And we are going to now introduce the idea of a script, right? This whole like empty scene right here, or sorry, not empty scene, this empty window where the script is. This is where we're going to put a script. So we're going to click onto our scene, and we are going to click a new script. So this is the new script button, and we're going to just take the defaults. The defaults are great. We don't need anything other than the defaults. Well, let's go for it. And as you can see, it automatically opens it up. Weirdly enough, we do have a new scene.gd down here, and we've got a bunch of like default code, which is really cool. So it extends node 2D, and it's got a function ready, and it's got a function process, and we don't need those, but they're effectively being ignored here with the pass so nothing's happening with pass. So let's go ahead and just not do anything with it. Really, we're not going to add any code right here because we're going to come back to our quit section right here. And over here in the inspector, there's also a node. And this is how we're going to get like this pressed button, base button pressed. We're going to double click that, and it's going to connect a signal to a method, which is kind of what I want. I want to select the start scene, which is, again, the default here. I'm connecting from quit. I'm going to start scene, and I'm going to do the on quit pressed, right? So I'm going to go click connect. And now I have, along with ready and process, I've got on quit pressed. Now it is passing. I want to do things here. And the thing I want to do, cracking my knuckles to get ready to type, is I'm going to type get underscore tree. And the auto typer is trying to help. So I'm going to get that get tree. And then I want to go period or dot and just quit, QUIT, in fact. This is I'm going to call it Python-esque programming language. We don't have any semicolons at the end. This colon here actually says that the things on the inside tabbed in, and we can see that little tabbed in symbol right here. Everything that's tabbed in below this function is going to be part of that function. So it's going to run get tree and then quit. And get tree.quit just basically says to everything quit. You'll note here, I do have a star up here. I haven't saved it, but that's okay. I'm actually just going to play it. It'll save it automatically when I play the thing. And now when I click play, nothing happens. When I click it, the mouse over still works. Mousing over quit doesn't do anything. Again, we changed that a while ago, but when I click it, it quits it. It closes. Also here, let's go back into the 2D scene. Over in the node, we see that this is now green. We have an on quit pressed, well, which means that we have a visual way of saying, oh yeah, that's a thing. If we double click it, it takes us right to the code where that code is at. Now for the play, we're going to basically do the same thing, right? We're going to get that on pressed. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and connect it. Again, you can double click and it'll open up this, or you can right click it and choose connect. And again, it's exactly where I want it to be. So we're going to go connect. And now this one's on play pressed. But here, I can't just, well, right here, I need to make a new scene so that we can change the scenes. So let's go make a new scene. Let's go back into our 2D here. Let's go ahead and hit play. No, hit plus over here. This is a new scene. So this is start scene. And if inside of start scene, here's all the stuff that's part of start scene. And we might be tempted, but that plus button over here adds a new node. So to make a new scene, we actually hit this plus button here, and we get a new scene. Let's go ahead and double click this. Command S this? No, let's make a new scene, 2D scene. Let's call this world. Sure. And then let's go ahead and save it, run it. Unsaved is still a really bad name. Let's go ahead and quit that. I don't have this. Can I save this? Scene. Save scene. Here we go. We're going to call it world. Save. Fantastic. Lots of ways to do it. Command S, as you can see right here. That's the command symbol S. So I've got start scene and I've got world. And now that I have world here, you know what? Let's just make it more clear. Because again, my start scene has 2 buttons. My world doesn't have anything yet. And we're not going to make a bunch of stuff for it right now. But we do want to add at least one node so that we know we did it right. Let's add a label. And a label just lets us add some text, really. So let's go ahead and drag that over here. Double click into the inspector. Add some text. This will be the game world. Yay. All right, and this is, it's not the easiest to see. Horizontal alignment, let's go ahead and hit that fill button. No, let's go ahead and hit that center button. Vertical alignment, let's go center again, and then that looks great. Okay, so now back to the start scene. Well, let's save that with Command S. Back into the start scene. Here's my play button. As we can see, there's on play pressed. Again, we could have gotten there a lot quicker. Notice down here we now have a world scene, a start scene, and a start scene script. So right here, we are going to basically do the get tree. Now, not everything is going to be get tree, but for these two specific things that we are trying to do, it is get tree. So it's get tree, and then dot, we want to change scene to file. And then here, again, the autocorrect or the auto type wants to help us out. We can choose the world scene right there. And so now when we click on it, we will change the scene to world scene, and this is world scene, and this is world scene. Well, this is world scene, okay? So that's looking good here. Everything's looking great. Let's go ahead and run it. Again, the quit button should quit. We already knew this. I haven't changed any of that. The play button, mouse over, still shows up. When I click the play button, I've got the game world. Yay! This is kind of what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted, and that concludes the video for now. Bye.